Hello, everybody. Welcome to another interesting and interactive session of Muskaan, an initiative of Prabha Khaitan Foundation and Education for All Trust, presented by Sri Cement Limited. Prabha Khaitan Foundation is an organization based in Kolkata, founded by late Dr. Prabha Khaitan. The foundation is dedicated to promote performing arts, culture, education, literature, gender equality, and women's empowerment. The Foundation's latest initiative, Muskaan, aims at popularizing heritage literature and culture among children and young adults by weaving it into formal and informal education through student activities. Some of the ways developed to do this are cultural programs, storytelling sessions, theater, dance, music, and art, which are organized via collaborations with our national and international associations and institutes, both in India and overseas. Today we have with us Ms. Bongiswa Kotta Ramushwana. Excuse me, Bongiswa, if I have mispronounced your name. Perfect. Okay, thank you so much. Born in Eastern Cape, she started her career in storytelling in 2004 at Zanindaba Storytelling Company in Johannesburg. She has participated in different platforms, nationally and internationally, performed in schools, libraries, orphanages, old age homes, prisons, and attended different storytelling festivals like the Nozinbadi, Kwesikwela, National Book Week, Ungasali International Storytelling Festival in South Africa, and abroad in Norway, Oslo, Kenya, Sagana Storytelling Festival. Her passion is driven by the love of telling stories, and she enjoys the company of her audience, especially children, where she dances and sings with them. You'll see it all. She is a co-facilitator for Voice at SEAIC's Online Storytelling 1.0 India. She's also serving on the board for Mogale Development Arts Company and Kingdom Kids Committee since 2016. Currently, Bongiswa is working at Freedom Park Heritage Site in Pretoria as a professional storyteller. There will be a question and answer round after the session, so please feel free to ask your questions or put it up in the chat box. So without wasting any more time, I urge our audience to sit back, relax, and enjoy today's session. But one request before handing it over to Bongiswa: children, please keep your videos on. This is a wonderful, amazing session. Bongiswa will feel very sad if you don't have your videos on, right, Bongiswa? Right. So please keep your videos on, children. You're a good children. Okay. So over to you, Bongiswa.
Thank you. Zum gale 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 zum gale gale zum gale 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 zum gale 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 zum gale gale zum gale 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 zum dizo sebenza mna nilala dizo dala mna nisebenza. I will sing all day as a word, and I walk all day as a sing gale 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 zum gale gale zum gale gale zum gale 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 zum ha zum gale 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 zum gale gale zum gale 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 gum. I will work all day as I sing. I will sing all day as I work. Dizodalam na disabenza. Dizo semenza na dizala gale 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 zum gale gale zum gale gale zum gale 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 zum zum gale 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 zum gale gale zum gale 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 zum. This was the song that Ketiwe listened to every day as the mothers and the fathers, they were playing imbira throughout the day as they worked and as they sing. She would watch them closely as they play this instrument called imbira. It was so marvelous for her to watch them play, but to her, it meant something even better than that. It connected with the soul. It connected with the heart. And she watched them as they beat up the strings, singing and working. And she would listen to the song and continue to watch closely at that instrument called imbira. Zum gale gale gale, zum gale gale, zum gale gale gale, zum. Zum gale gale gale, zum gale gale, zum gale gale gale, zum. I will work all day as I sing, ooh ha, and I'll sing all day as I work. Ngizodlala ilanga ngisebenza, ngizosebenza ngidlala, gale 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 zum, gale 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 zum, gale zum, gale 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 zum. No girl child in this village will ever play imbira. Nindivile, did you hear me? Said the induna of the village. And of course, that was not the king, but it was the right-hand man of the king, because they believed that imbira was not supposed to be played by children, especially by girl children. But this did not sit well with Uketiwe. Uketiwe would go to the river day in and day out to go and fetch the water and put that big calabash on her head as she came back to bring it to her parents to continue to cook and do all the chores around their home. Everybody would gather now and then as they were working. The mothers would encourage their husbands with playing imbira. And of course, and I said, Uketiwe would listen closely. Days went by, months went by, of course years went by, and the day came, but this was a special day. Uketiwe would go to the river and she would sit there and she would listen to them playing imbira, but she would cry in her heart and ask the gods, please gods, can I please have a chance? I would love to play imbira and maybe have my own. Every day she went to fetch the water in the river. This is the prayer she would make. But this time, as she digged in her calabash into the river, guess what happened? A hand held on to her head and she screamed, ah, hi, what's going on? What's going on? Shh, hush, my child. She heard the voice. And the hand pulled up imbira that was coming from the water inside the river and showed it to Uketiwe. Oh, wow, what a wonderful instrument is this? Oh, it is imbira indeed. She looked at it. It looked marvelous. It looked different than any imbira she has ever seen. Imbira is an instrument made out of special wood, and on it, it has strings of iron that when you hit one, it makes a sound, and you hit the other, and it makes a very beautiful sound. Uketiwe held on to this imbira, looked at it and marveled. And for the first time in her life ever, she hit the first string. Ding! Oh, wow. Ding! Wow. Ding! Ding! It was a bit difficult, but Uketiwe thought to herself, oh, nobody should see me. She quickly took her imbira and hid it under her arm. And she put that calabash on the head and she was walking to the village, going back to give water to her parents. Oh, she held closely to imbira, and every morning she would do her chores, fetch the water, and go closer to a cave that was not far from home. But she knew that nobody could hear her from the cave. You know what, my friends, she did? She sat there and took imbira and started again trying to play imbira. It was a bit difficult. What did you think happened? Did you think she continued? Yes, of course she continued. She hit again. Oh my word. And another sound came. She hit again. Oh my word. Uketiwe was hearing this beautiful sound. She went back home. She never gave up. Every day she would come back and try and play imbira and try and hit those strings until her fingers were so painful. But she knew that she could not tell her parents that her fingers were painful. Do you think she did? She did not do that at all. So every day she was a good girl. She would go back home and put away imbira and hide it. And again, they would go on and on doing their work. And it happened that this day, there was a big celebration. Everybody came. Oh, they were called by the king. The king was throwing a very big feast. Everybody was there. It was a day to feast, and it was a day to dance. It was a day to celebrate. Everybody was excited because the earth had given bountifully, and it was a big harvest. Everybody was excited. There was umqomboti that was being served there. Do you know what is umqomboti, my friends? Let me tell you what is umqomboti. Umqomboti is an African beer that is brewed for many days, made out of wheat. And when it brews and brews and brews, it brews until it gives a foam, and the elders can tell that now it was ready for drinking. So everybody was excited. There was the African beer called umqomboti. Hey, the males that were there to dance, they were singing isiqathamiya. Isiqathamiya is a special kind of music that is sang only by the men in my country. Actually, in my my people, my Xhosa people, they sing isiqathamiya. So the men would stand there and sing isiqathamiya and enjoying themselves. And then the elders would sing songs that are called umhubo. Umhubo is actually called, it is folklore music, the music that when the elders sing, also the ancestors' voices would join them as they sing umhubo. Hey, it was an amazing day. The mothers and the fathers and the grandfathers and the grandmothers, they took imbira and they started playing imbira. I will sing all day as a hare. I'll dance all day as a sing gale gale. Zum gale 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 zum gale gale. Zum gale 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 zum. Zum gale 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 zum gale gale. Zum gale 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 zum. I will sing all day as I work. I will work all day as I sing. I will sing all day as I work. I will work all day as I sing. As Uketiwe had the sound, she could not hold back. She took out imbira also and started joining them as they were singing. As she started beating imbira, oh my word, her imbira sounded better than all the other imbiras that were being played there. Everybody just stopped for a second to listen to Ketiwe as she was playing imbira. Oh my word, the imbira sounded so sweet. It sounded so good in such a way that the sound could even be heard through the mountains as they echoed the sound of Uketiwe's imbira. Everybody stopped to listen. The king was marveled. He was actually impressed. He looked and marveled at this young girl. Some, they were busy gossiping. This disrespectful girl, how can she play imbira? Didn't she hear what the Nduna said? That no girl in this village will ever play imbira. How dare she play imbira? Some were saying, Ulima, Belinga Shoni. Meaning that, hold it right there. If this day ends while she's alive because she disrespected the words of the elders, she will not make it. But Uketiwe did not care. She continued playing imbira yakhe. Zum gale 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 kum birim kum kum biri 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 kum. Kum biri 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 kum biri biri kum biri 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 kum. Birim bim biri kum. Kabirim kum kabirim. Kabirim birim kabirim. Kabirim bim bim kabirim. Zum gale 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 zum gale gale zum gale 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 zum zum gale gale gale. And that was the king. He was singing along with Uketiwe. And now everybody, when they heard that the king was really singing with Uketiwe, they couldn't hold themselves. They started joining the song. Zum gale 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 zum gale gale zum gale 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 zum. Zum gale 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 zum gale gale zum gale 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 zum. I will sing all day as I walk. I will work all day as I sing. I will sing all day as I work. I will work all day as never sing. Zum gale gale gale, zum gale gale, zum gale gale gale, zum. Hey, friends, I'm telling you that children, the elders, the king, and everybody else, they started dancing and singing along with Uketiwe as she was playing Imbira. Oh, everybody was amazed. They kept quiet. The day after the celebration, people came to Uketiwe. Hi, Bowena Ketiwe. How come you are still alive? Did you hear that witch that was sitting there said, that you will not make it the following day? Oh, something must be really special with this Simbera of yours. Uketiwe just smiled and Moizela. Hi, thank you so much. Oh yes, my Imbera is really special. Some asked to see it, but Uketiwe refused. Oh no, I can never give you my Imbira. I'm so sorry. It is very, very special. And I was told not to give it to anyone, neither show it to anyone. Who told you that? Asked some of them. I don't worry about that. But well, I'll just play my Imbira and you will just have to listen. People in the village were shocked. But they accepted that Uketiwe was the best Imbira player. She was called now the Queen of Imbira. Hey, time went by and the news came to the village. And guess what? The king was very, very sick. They had tried everything that they could. They brought all the herbs that they could bring. They called all the sangomas, meaning the traditional doctors, to come and help her. But absolutely nothing worked. The guys for Iskatamiya, they came and sang for the king. Nothing worked. My friends, I'm even telling you that they climbed mountains and mountains to go to other villages to call different traditional leaders to come and help the king, but absolutely nothing helped at all. Hey, Umandlovu thought to herself, because she was the greatest of them all. She was the best traditional leader, whoever. And she told them, if Mina, I come over, I will show you that I am the greatest traditional leader ever. And my medication does not only come from this forest that you get your medication, your herbs from. My medication is coming from the sacred mountain that nobody has ever come to. I will bring it and I will definitely show you that, Mina, my name is Mandrovu, she said. Everybody waited, looked at her, believing that Umandlovu will really heal the king. Umandlovu went in her sacred place. She put things together and she put her best herbs and she spoke to the ancestors and made some a vow that today she will make sure that the king is healed and nobody can stop her. Hey, everybody stood there, watched Umandlovu putting her herbs together, talking to the ancestors. Oh, Nino, Bella, we are here to ask him, please heal our king, she said. They all looked at her, and those were the words that were spoken to the ancestors. Umandlovu stood there, and she sat and put her herbs around the king and even burned the essence called impepo. We have an essence called impepo. It is believed that when you burn it, all the ancestors will really hear you. And whatever that you are requesting from them, it will take place and they will give it to you. Hey, my friends, I am telling you that Umandlovu lit impepo yake and started talking to the ancestors, and she tried to do everything to heal the king, but absolutely nothing worked. Umandlovu, the king, was still sick on the bed. Now everybody looked at the time. Some they were gossiping, saying, oh, the king has 2 hours to leave. And someone said, hi, Wena, he actually has 1 hour to leave. And the other one said, Aibo, he only has 20 minutes to leave. Hey, Uketiwe realized this is a problem. Uketiwe just sat there and took out Imbirayake and started playing. Abakula yoba yesa kusasaba, abakula yoba yesa kusasaba, abakula yoba yesa kusasaba, abakula yoba yesa kusasaba. As she was playing, the sound began to change. It was as if that the ancestors had joined her as she was singing the song. The song became even greater. It echoed even better. As she was singing the song, she could feel that something had come over her. And this was a spirit that was greater than who she was. She understood that now it was time for the king to be healed. Abakula bayesa kusasa bayesa aha bayesa kusasa bayesa aha bayesa kusasa bayesa. Oh, the king stood up slowly. He coughed a bit, lifted up one hand, held with the other one, stood up on his feet, and everybody was shocked to see the king standing on his 2 feet. Oh my word, everybody looked with marveling eyes, and they thought to themselves, what was going to happen? The king started dancing, and he was dancing and singing and dancing and singing along with the song. Everybody was shocked to see the king dancing like that. They have never seen the king dancing in his own life. Oh, Uketiwe could not stop playing Impira. Hey, and now everybody was celebrating, and they went back singing the song together. Zum gale 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 zum gale gale zum gale 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 zum zum gale 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 zum gale gale zum gale 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 zum. I will sing all day as I work. I will work all day as I sing. I will sing all day as I work. I will work all day as a single gale. Oh, my word, my friends, let me tell you that the king stood up. They all danced together from that day onwards. Everybody understood. That is not about how old you are. It doesn't matter whether you're a girl child or a boy child. When you are called and you have a talent and you are gifted, and the ancestors has blessed your talent, you can do absolutely anything. You can play any instrument. And if you are connected with your own self and with the spirits of those that came before you, there's absolutely nothing you can do. From that day, the king put out a word that all girls, whether it's a girl child or a boy child, you can continue playing any instrument that you ever want to play. And nobody can ever stop you. Zum gale 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 zum gale gale zum gale 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 zum. Oh, my friends, that was such a wonderful day in that village. And of course, Uketiwe was called the queen of what? Of playing, the queen of Imbira. But now, guess what? I just want to take you back to the forest. An amazing forest that I don't think any of you has ever been. And you know what? In this forest, guess what? I'm telling a second story now. So after your hands, just keep those questions, write them down so that you don't forget, because I quickly want to tell you this other story. And after that, I'll give you all the time, my friends, so that you can talk to me and ask me those wonderful questions. I know that you are smart boys and girls, right? Yeah, so keep those questions. Now, I want to take you to this beautiful jungle that none of you have ever been. And in this jungle, there is a beautiful, beautiful, amazing special animal by the name of Uzazu. Chica, 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 jungle zazu. Chica, 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 jungle zazu. You turn and 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 look at zazu. You turn and 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 look at zazu. Chica, 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 jungle zazu. Oh, my friends, that was the song that Zazu would sing every morning when he went to the river to take a bath. And of course, Uzazu was not allowed by her parents to go out and bath while all the other animals were bathing. You know what? Zazu was such a special, special animal that we have never ever seen. Hey, it was my first time also to ever hear about Uzazu or even come up with an imagination of Uzazu. My friends, Uzazu was such a special animal. He had the ears of a rabbit, the eyes of an owl, the neck of a giraffe. Hey, my friends, the skin of a crocodile. And his arms, they were actually the wings of an eagle. And he had a nose of a trump of an elephant. Yes, and Zazu had, of course, the feet of a hippo. And Zazu's tail was a tail of a wild pig. Have you ever seen an animal like that? My friends, I don't think so at all. But Zazu was such a joyful, young, beautiful girl. Oh, Zazu was a girl animal. She was a female animal. Uzazu would sing that song every early hours of the morning before the sun could even come out. She would be taking the bath in the river and she would sing her song and sing and sing. And she was excited to look at herself in the reflection of the water. And she heard from her parents that she was the most beautiful, beautiful girl ever. So she took pride in her features. She was always happy with the way she looked. And when she was finished bathing, she would run back home to her parents' home. But in Zazu's home, there was just a small round opening on the stone, which was a cave where they lived. And Zazu, every day, she would stick up her head and start singing her song. And all the other animals in the village, they loved Zazu's song. Not because they've ever seen Zazu, but just hearing that song as she sang. Zazu. You turn and 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 look at Zazu. And they would sing along with Zazu as she sang her song, and they would dance along with her, even though they have never seen her. But this did not sit well with Zazu at all. She could not understand. If my parents say I am so beautiful, why not can I go and play with the other animals so that I can enjoy myself? She would be sad. But her mom and dad would promise her, Zazu, my daughter, you don't want to go out there because we do not know that what might happen to you. You are different from all the other animals, and we never ever want to see anything happening to you. Of course, Daddy, I hear you. But Mommy can't. No, Zazu, my daughter. Listen to your father. We know exactly what is best for you. Okay, Dad. I'll just sit here and sing with my friends through the opening of my window. Of course, my pungu pungu pungu. You're such a cute girl, Wena, and you behave very well. And that's why Mommy and Daddy love you. Ha! Uzazu was excited. She was happy and content with that. But one day, it happened that her parents were going to work in the field. And Uzazu was excited as usual. Her mother had left her porridge to eat, and she made sure that Zazu has everything that she wants. So Uzazu promised her parents, Mommy and Daddy, I promise I won't go out. And I'm sure that's what you girls and boys do, right? You always promise Mommy and Daddy that you're not going to do something that they said you must not do, correct? I think so too. But Uzazu thought to herself, aha! This is the best time for me to sneak out and go and play with my friends. Uzazu quickly went out, shoops, outside of the cave door. She was singing her song, and now the animals started hearing that, oh my word, this voice is sounding better. It's sounding as if it's coming closer and closer. Oh, they started singing along with Zazu. Chicka, 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 Zazu. You turn and 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 look at Zazu. Chicka, 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 Zazu. You turn and 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 look at Zazu. The other animals could hear the sound. They came closer, her friends, and they sang with Zazu. As they came closer and closer, they were excited. Oh my God. They all screamed and ran away from Uzazu, and Uzazu also screamed with them. She could not understand what was happening. No, why are you running away? No! King Lion heard this sound. What is happening here? Why is everybody screaming? Sorry, King Lion. Look. What should I look at? And King Lion turned to see Zazu. He did not want to show Zazu that he was also shocked. He just opened up his eyes. Oh, wow. What a wonderful animal you are. Oh, my girl. Come closer. You look so amazing. King Lion. And all the other animals were acting so shaky. They were scared to see Zazu. Come on. All of you, you should come over to my territory. Today, we are actually having a very, very special visitor. What is your name? My name is Zazu. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, Zazu. Can you also come? It would be nice to see our an amazing, amazing visitor that has come to our jungle today. Oh, Zazu was excited because she was just happy to see all these different animals. But she was shocked to see that she had features of each and every animal. So Zazu went there and everybody was welcomed. But Zazu's parents were not there at the time when the king welcomed all the other animals. All of them looked at Zazu with some strange eyes. They were shocked. They were talking. Some were saying, he's not a rabbit, but look at his ears. They look like ours. And also the elephants were saying, ooh, he's not an elephant. She's not an elephant, but she's got nose like us. And the giraffe was saying, she's not a giraffe, but look, she has a neck like ours. And the owls are saying, ooh, look at her. She's got eyes like us, but she's not an owl. Oh my God. And also the crocodiles were going on and on. Look, she's got skin like us, but she's not a crocodile. And the hippos were like, she's got feet like us, yet she's not a hippo. And the eagles were saying, wow, she's got arms like us, and yet she is not an eagle. Oh, this is amazing. And the pigs were going, she's got tails like us, but she is not a pig. All the animals were marveled. But King Lion quickly said, everybody, keep quiet. I am here to introduce our special visitor. As all the other animals turned to look, there was an amazing, amazing looking creature they've never seen. And guess what this creature was? It was a human being. They've never seen a human being in their entire lives. Oh my word, this particular being was wearing a beautiful white long robe that was glittering with golden and silver colors. Oh, and this visitor had a biggest book, golden book of life that he opened in his hands. He was holding this golden book of life. Wow! They looked to marvel. And also, Zazu looked, wow! And the visitor was introduced. And the visitor said, welcome, all of you. Today, I've come with this book. And guess what? This book has each and every name of the animals. And I'm here to call your names. And as I call your name, I want you to jump up with joy and show me that you are here. But before I can do that, I need all of you to stand in queues according to your nature and your creation. So of course, the animals, they were excited. The elephants went in the first in one queue. The crocodiles in one queue. The owls in one queue. The rabbits in one queue. The giraffes, of course, in one queue. And of course, the eagles, they were in one queue. And also the crocodiles, they were standing in one queue. Of course, and the pigs, and also the hippos. I'm telling you that all those animals, they stared, they were lining up in their queues. But now there was one problem. And what do you think what problem was? Of course, Zazu was confused. She was busy scratching her head. She did not know where to go. So she started by going to the queues of course, the rabbits. And the rabbits turned to look. Oh no, you are not a rabbit. Go away. Okay. She went to the giraffes. Hi, giraffes. She stood at the queue of the giraffes. You are not a giraffe. Go away. Oh no. She went to the queue of the owls. And of course, the owls look at her. You are not an owl. Go away. And she went to the crocodiles. The same thing. Each and every animal chased Zazu away. Oh, Zazu was sad. She went and sat on top of the stone and started crying. Zazu, stop crying, said one of the animals. Why not? None of you like me. And none of you want me to stand with you because you're all rejecting me. Quiet, said King Lion. Okay. Zazu kept quiet for a little bit, wiped her ears, eyes, so that she could hear what King Lion was saying. And King Lion told the animals, you keep quiet. And also you, Zazu, just sit right there. Let us hear what our visitor has to say. So the visitor opened up the book of life, started calling the animals. Rabbits! The rabbits jumped for joy. Hooray! 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 And she continued, she called the elephant, the elephants, of course. Elephants! Woo! Hooray! 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 She called for the owls. Woo! Hooray! 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 The giraffes. Hooray! 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 The eagles. Hooray! 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 The crocodiles. Hooray! 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 The pigs. Hooray! 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 The hippos. Hooray! 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 All the animals. He called the snakes and all the other animals that you can ever think of. Oh, all the animals were called. And now Zazu realized that the book was coming to an end. And she thought to herself, oh no, my name has not been called and the book is almost complete. What am I going to do? She started crying louder now. Zazu, what's wrong with you? What's going on? Zazu cried. What's happening with you? Why are you crying? Oh no, I think my name is not in the book of life. No, my darling, wait a second. There's something that you need to see, said the visitor. And this is a proof that you are such a special animal. And the visitor opened up the book of life. And guess what happened? Zazu's name sprang out with golden colors. With golden colors. Z, A, Z, U, pew, 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 pew. Oh, wow. All the animals were mothered and Zazu felt so good. She kept on smiling as if she won $1 million. Oh, she was so excited. And all the other animals, they started being jealous. But Zazu was a very joyful girl. She started singing her song again. Oh, my friends, all the other animals, they started joining Zazu, and they sang and they were dancing with Zazu as she was singing her song. Is like, you turn and turn and turn and turn and turn and turn. I know, and take this as you turn and 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 look at that. such a joyful day as all the animals were singing and dancing with Zazu. It was really, really amazing. Oh, they were enjoying themselves. And the visitor stood and now said, you see, my friends, it doesn't matter how you look. We are all born different, even with human beings. Some of us are blind, and some of us are deaf. Some of us are short, and some of us are tall. Some of us are big, and some of us are thin and small. And guess what? Some of us are brown, some of us are light, maybe white. I don't know, maybe there's pink people. I don't know, red, any other color that you can think of. Even animals, of course, are different. And some of our human beings, they are disabled. Their hands, they are born without, or they got accidents, so they don't have hands like you. And some of them probably were born without even legs. They're sitting on wheelchairs. But you see, Zazu is just special, just any other animal that you can see here. So you must know that it doesn't matter how you look. Never ever mock other children. Never ever look down on anybody else, because we are all born different. And each and every one of you girls and boys, you are special. Oh, when the animals had this good news, they started embracing Zuzu and hugged her. And all the ones that were bullying and rejecting her, they apologized. From that day onwards, Zazu did not have to go and bath in the river very early in the morning when nobody saw her. And Zazu did not have to sing through an opening of her home. Her parents were joyful to know that their daughter was so free to go and play with all the other animals. And what was lovely was that Zazu now was loved by each and every animal that she had a feature of. They felt that they have gained a new sister. And Zazu was happy to have sisters of rabbits, sisters of owls, sisters of crocodiles. Oh, Zazu was just happy. And brothers, she just fitted everywhere she went. From that day onwards, Zazu was the happiest animal ever, my friends. I hope you enjoyed that story. And from today onwards, remember not to bully any other child, any other person. Don't ever look down on any man, because we are all born peculiar. We are special. Thank you.
So would you like to start the question answer? Or would you like,
I'd love to do that.
do you have another story or?
No,
No.
that was it.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. So Mansi, maybe you can take over. Yes. So you can say your name, Bitter, and you can ask the question to Ms. Bongiswa. Ask your question.
Okay.
Unmute yourself.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Hello, Vishnu. Vishnu, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, lovely name.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, I have written points on that, but ma'am, I don't understand the name of the girl that sings song.
Okay, the name of the girl is called Ketiwe. And Ketiwe means the chosen one.
Can you please spell it, Bongiswa? Maybe
Ketiwe. Ketiwe.
Ketiwe.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
My pleasure, Vishnu. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Hello.
Hello, Gaurav. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Oh, lovely.
I have written all the points. So I had the question that what's the name of the jungle you said in the between?
The name of the jungle, which one? The one for the second story or the first story?
Second.
The second story. I call it with many different names, it depends. But the one I love the most is Hachalijwana. It's a long name. Hachalijwana means a place of Chalijwana. Chalijwana is a person whom creates beautiful things.
Okay.
Yes. Would you remember the name? It's difficult, right? Okay.
It's good. Yes.
Namaskar, ma'am. Namaskar, ma'am.
Namaste.
Ma'am, my name is Muskaan.
Lovely to meet you, my baby.
Ma'am, you were marvelous. Just wanted to ask if I forgot the story in between while narrating, how should I cover up?
If you forgot the story in between?
Yes. How should I cover?
How should you?
Cover up.
How should she make up
Or
the
how
story?
should you? Or how should you cover up? Or how should you improvise? Okay. Whenever you are telling a story, you must first see the story in your mind. So you must be able to imagine. I remember when I started telling stories, I would first close my eyes. As I am listening to the story, or as I am imagining the story, I must see everything that is happening around. So if, for example, I was talking, let's say the story of Zazu, you close your eyes and imagine this animal with the rabbit ears and the eyes, and maybe draw it if you are good. But if you can't, you must remember that if you forgot that Zazu's body was like a body of a crocodile, maybe you can choose an animal that you like. So he doesn't have to have a skin of a crocodile. But maybe you can choose another animal. Which animal do you like? That has a nice skin. A snake? Maybe? You see? So maybe if you forgot that he had a skin of a crocodile, maybe you can choose a skin of a snake. So the story would still go the same way, but the difference would be that you came up with your own creativity and chose a different skin. Does that make sense? Acha. Oh, so sweet. Mama always wanted to listen to a story from Africa. Thank you. Hello. Hello, beautiful Nandita.
Good evening, ma'am. I really love your story, but I have one question from the second story.
Oh, yes. What is your question, baby?
Why did Zazu speak out if he wasn't allowed to speak out?
Can someone help me to hear her? Nandita?
Yes,
Can you repeat the question, please?
yes. Why did Zazu speak out if he wasn't allowed to speak out?
Because her parents were scared that if the other animals see her the way she looked, maybe they would attack her or be nasty to her and not treat her right. I don't know if I'm answering your question. Did I answer? Acha. Thank you, thank you. And I wrote the Zazu story. Very soon I'll be publishing it and I'll be sending the book all over, even to India. Thank you.
Rianj, can you unmute?
Yes, ma'am. I really like the second story, but I wanted to ask, so what the letters that came out of the book, that was the last page.
The name of Zazu?
Yeah, this name of Sanju.
Yes, it came out on the last page of the book. And Zazu actually thought that her name was not in the book at all, because the visitor kept on paging and then she would call each and every animal's name. So when she realized that the book was towards the end, she thought her name was not there. So yes, it was at the end of the book.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
My pleasure. Yes, I do write those amazing, beautiful stories, but I'll start publishing soon. Hello, Aliza.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, I had a question that the girl who was singing the song, ma'am, for whom the girl was singing?
Her name was Ketiwe. Ketiwe.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask that for whom the girl was singing.
Oh, the song. It's Zoom Gale Gale. Zoom Gale Gale song.
She's asking for whom was the song. She was singing the song for whom?
Oh, she was singing the songs for who? She was singing for the king. It was a song that was sang in the village. So she was also singing along. But the last song she sang, she was singing it for the king so that the king can get well. Hello, Reggie. How do you spell your name? How do you say your name?
Riddhi.
Riddhi. Hi, Riddhi.
Hi, ma'am. So my question was, in the first story, the girl, what instrument was she playing?
It was Imbira. I must ask your teachers to Google Imbira and tell you in other countries what is Imbira called.
Can you spell
Imbira.
it, please, Bongiswa? Can you spell it?
Yes, it's I-M-B-I-R-A. Imbira. I-M-B-I-R-A.
Imbira.
Imbira. Yes. Okay, we have someone. Is there anybody else? 90 participants raised their hands. Wow, you guys have to come back and ask more questions. Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
What's the name of the story? I just wanted to figure out.
Which one? The first one or the second one?
The second one and the first one both.
The second story is Zazu. Is the story of Zazu. I just call it the Zazu story. And the first one is Ketiwe, the Queen of Imbira. It's written by Mam Mhlope. I can give you the name. You can go and Google the book. She has it online. Her name is Gcina, Gcina. The surname is Mhlope, Mhlope. She's a wonderful storyteller who started storytelling in South Africa. So that is a story from her book, the one of Imbira. Okay, there's somebody else. Paridi. Hi, Paridi.
Hi, ma'am. My name is Paridi.
Hi.
I love this story. I have one question. Ma'am, second story and first story is written by?
It's written by Gcina Mhlope. The name that I was giving now, the one that I spelled. Should I spell it for you?
Ma'am, can you just write in the chat box for everyone so that, because
everyone has the same question. I think that's easier.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, there it is. Her name is Gcina Mhlope. There we go. And the story is called the Imbira Queen. Queen. Any other questions?
Divija, can you unmute?
How are you? Wow, so someone has heard Indira being played by Shona people. Yes, they do play it very well. Hi, Divija.
Yes, ma'am.
I love your hairstyle.
Thank you, ma'am.
My pleasure. Talk to me, baby.
Now ask your question.
No, ma'am.
You have no
Oh, you look
question.
adorable. You just wanted to talk to me. I love you too. Mwah. Let's hear. Who else wants to ask a question? Oh, there's someone who has a question there. Typing down. Let's hear. What is the moral of the first story? Okay, the moral of the first story is that I did mention that in this village they said no girl child will ever play in Beira. It's actually to make you understand that whether you're a girl or a boy child, no one can stop you from making sure that the talent that the creator has given you cannot be stopped by anyone. So no one can stop you from reaching your goals or from reaching your dreams. Because Ketiwa's dream was to play Indira and she loved it, but she was told that she can never play it because she was a girl child. So just know that no one can stop you from your dreams. Hello, Advik.
Hello, teacher. I want first story question. What is name of the king?
Oh, you know what? That king's name, I don't know also. Maybe we should give him a name. Do you want to give the king a name?
No.
You don't want. But maybe when you tell the story, you must give that king a name. Don't you think so? That would be nice,
Okay.
eh? All right, cool. So you must
Thank
give him
you.
a name. My pleasure.
I think we can take one more question. One more. I think we are closing
I
it
was
up.
trying to also answer because I see there's questions that are coming also on the chat box.
Chat box.
Yes. Who's this? It's Krisha. Hello, Krisha.
Hello, ma'am.
How are you?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good evening.
Afternoon, my baby. Talk to me.
Good evening.
Ask your question. Ask your question.
Ma'am, once more song.
You want more songs?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we will sing more songs if we have time. I'll sing one more song if we have time. So
Yes,
let's see if there's any
Yes,
other
I
questions.
think our time is up. But if there is a teeny weeny song that you want to sing, please go ahead. 2-3 lines.
Okay.
The first song, actually.
The first song. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna sing with me? So let's
Mansi, you're
quickly
going to show your
unmute
face.
all of us. Let's quickly unmute all of us so that we can sing together and end this nice show together. Unmute quickly, 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 quickly. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Gale, gale, gale,
Mansi, why are you muting everyone? I think that was sounding great. Isn't it, Bongiswa? Yeah, that was marvelous. Children, that was marvelous. They've picked up the tune and the words. Did you notice that? Yes, they picked up the words and the tune. That is so cute. That is so cute. So with your permission, we are coming to the end of this session. It was very, very enjoyable. It's evident. Nobody wants to stop. They just want to carry on and on. So on behalf of the foundation, I would like to thank Ms. Bongiswa
Thank you, Ben.
for this houseful and amazing performance, storytelling session. I would also like to thank our presenter, Shri Cement Limited and Education for All Trust. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all these young, beautiful viewers. You all were fantastic. Without you, this session would not have been possible. It would not be a success, right, Bongiswa? You agree? This session would not have been what it was without you, viewers. So stay well, stay safe, everybody, and goodbye for now. Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend. Bongiswa, thank you very much for this wonderful session.
They are so adorable, and I love all of you.